Yo, what's up guys? Chargio here. Today I'm going to be explaining how I get a 165 streak on GeoGuessr. I got this streak on a diverse world, no moving. So yeah, let's get straight into it. I'm going to try to explain as best as I can how I was able to recognize all of these countries. So yeah. Alright, starting off, first one, this green pole, you get it very commonly in Australia. As well with this landscape, a lot of eucalyptus trees, pretty common for Australia here. Alright, next one, you have the Generation 2 camera, yellow road lines, with these trees as well, made me think northern Canada. Alright, this one, looks like it's gonna be France here. The French pole top in the background, you get that a lot in France, and as well with this landscape and the sort of longer road lines you get more in France compared to other countries surrounding it. Alright, this round I just got a black screen, so I skipped this round. Alright, this one should be Denmark here. So we have the language there on the left, as well with that you can see this sort of low sign on the ground here. You get this commonly in Denmark. Alright, on to the next game. This should be Bolivia. Driving on the right. We have the yellow road line, so with the white car and this landscape all makes sense for Bolivia. Alright, this should be South Africa. With this road line is very common in South Africa. As well with the Generation 2 camera, you only really get that in South Africa out of all the African countries. Alright, this one should be Argentina. This landscape is very common, more southern Argentina. So what this pole here is an Argentinian pole. Alright, this one it's gonna be Cambodia, I believe. So here we have a sign that says Cambodians People Party, driving on the right as well, and the Khmer text on the sign right there. Alright, this one, let's see. Should be like Spain, I believe. Yeah, so this is like on the Spanish flag, there's like this little symbol right here, and I see it on the sign here, so I just go for Spain. Alright, so 9 streak. This one, let's see, so it looks like we're gonna be in Scotland here. As you can see, we're driving on the left because that's the back of the car, and with those bollards you're gonna be in Scotland. Alright, this one with this front of the Google car here, you get this in Ghana commonly, so I just go for Ghana right here. Alright, this one reminds me of Canada here. We have the sign here that says maximum, so that puts us in Canada instead of the US. Alright, this one, this is a very this is what Malaysia looks like most of the time. The architecture would make sense as well with the kind of skinny road you see a lot in Malaysia. Alright, this one, you can see the rear view mirrors of the car here combined with this landscape, yellow road line. We're gonna be in Guatemala here. Alright, next up we have New Zealand, I believe. Looks like have a lot of sheep here. New Zealand has a very distinct landscape, and it's pretty easy to recognize once you get it down. Alright, this one, let's see, should be Argentina with this pole here. This is a very common pole you get in Argentina, so at the kind of temperate landscape and the climate there. And this one, let's see, okay, so this bollard is Australian, so about the landscape would also make sense for Australia. Alright, this one should be Norway, I believe. Yeah, this right here, you can see the red house, the big mountains. Looks very northern. You see that a lot in Norway. This one, we have the Dur. Whenever you see Dur, you're going to be in Turkey. And these are also Turkish signs, divided highway, very common things you see in Turkey. Alright, so pretty nice. On to the next one, let's see. Alright, these are Austrian signs, as well as the big mountains in the background. Makes sense for Austria. Alright, this one, let's see. This should be Argentina, I think, because we're driving on the right here, because you can see the back of the car. Not sure why I clicked on South Africa, but yeah, it should just be Argentina. Probably more eastern, I'd say. Yeah. Okay. Alright, this one, we have some French on the sign here, as well with this blue sticker on the pole. Whenever you see a blue sticker on a pole, you're guaranteed to be in France. All right, this round, let's see. I'm thinking this is gonna be Scotland or the UK somewhere here with that bollard. So with the kind of hilly landscape, definitely more towards Scotland there. This one should be Borneo specifically, or yeah, Malaysia, Borneo. Because of this kind of there's a lot of palm trees. So out this very well maintained road compared to like Indonesia. You get that a lot in Malaysia compared to other countries. Just making sure. All right, nice. All right, this one looks like we're gonna have a US round. It says speed limit on the sign there. As well with the green road signs. All right, this one I got a black screen. So this one, oh yeah, I actually clicked in Nigeria just because I don't know why, and I actually got it right. So I was just trying to skip the round, but I ended up getting the country right on accident. So that was pretty cool. All right, this one, let's see, should be like Romania here. These poles. Yeah, with these big chunky poles here with the white painted on the bottom specifically. You get that a lot in Romania. Very agricultural as well, pretty hilly. That's a very Romanian landscape. Alright, this one should be Colombia. It looks like we have a yellow plate there. And with this general landscape and these fences are very common in Colombia. And let's see. Okay, we also have this sign here, which I'm pretty sure it's just Spanish on it, but I just got Colombia from this sign as well. Alright, this one, looking around here, you don't really see much, but based off these hills here, very common. You see those big hills in Colombia. I just kind of know that area a lot just because I get Colombia a lot, so pretty distinct. This one should be Canada or US. I would say it looks more Canadian. I'd probably say one of the prairie provinces here. I'm pretty sure that's what it was, like Saskatchewan or Manitoba. That's what I would go for. So yeah, probably somewhere up there. Yep. Okay, next one. So you have these red houses you get a lot in Scandinavia. So about the birch trees you get mostly in Finland, so I just go for Finland there. This one you have Thai bollards right there on the side. The yellow road line you get a lot in Thailand as well. So you have Thai script on that sign right there. These are Norwegian signs and very Norwegian landscape with the dash lines on the outside of the road. This should be South Africa, I believe. You get a lot of walls around the houses in South Africa. That's something I've noticed. So that's a pretty good tip. All right, next one. This one I think was a little bit confusing, but this is Hawaii, I believe. I was kind of confused. I'm not sure why, but yeah, it looks pretty volcanic, but it's also kind of green. But we are driving on the right there, and with these short plates, we should probably be in the U.S. So I'm just gonna skip a little bit. It also says space US there, so that's pretty nice. This one should be Italy. These black and white chevrons you get a lot in Italy, and we do have the short plate, the short Italian plate you get on the front of Italian cars. Okay, this one should be Spain. This is a Spanish pole or a French pole, but based on how dry this landscape is, you're pretty much only gonna be in Spain here. France doesn't really get this dry most of the time. Alright, this one's South Africa. Generation 2 in Africa. South Africa is the only country with Generation 2 in Africa. Alright, this one should just be the UK. Looks like we have some English on that sign there. Should be driving the left because of where that sign is placed. So yeah. It's about the brick buildings, very common in the UK compared to Ireland. Alright, this one, this sign here, which says Yavas, is you'll be in Turkey. As well with you, I feel like you get a lot of apartment buildings in Turkey compared to other countries. It's very common to see that. Alright, this one, a very dry landscape with the black car here. We're gonna be in Jordan, I believe. I'm driving on the right. Yep, everything pointing towards Jordan there. Alright, this one, let's see. I think this one is Belgium, I believe. A little bit tricky, but it just kind of looks like France, but I didn't see any blue stickers on the poles there, so that's what made me go for, as well with this sign here. You get the dashed lines on the crossing signs in Belgium compared to France. It would actually have lines on it. So yeah, all that made me go for Belgium here instead of France. Pretty hard countries to recognize sometimes. This is a Turkish bollard, kind of similar to the Australian ones. Should be in northeast Turkey. Okay. Alright, this one is Nigeria. It's kind of dry. It's definitely Africa here. These poles you get in Nigeria as well. So yeah, we also have the Nigerian cop car that follows the Google car around Nigeria. Alright, this one should be Finland. Could be Sweden here actually. It should be Finland though. A lot of birch trees. On Finland here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps on the crossing sign on the left, you can see. So that would make it different from Sweden, because Sweden only has 4. Yeah, as you can see, I'm counting it right there. Sweden only has 4 little lines on their crossing pedestrian signs. So that's a good tip if you want to tell the difference between Sweden and Finland. Sweden has 4, Finland has 5. Alright, this one we have a low camera, which would mean in Europe only Switzerland. So yep. Rolling hills as well, pretty common in Switzerland. Alright, this one a little bit tricky. I was kind of struggling at first, but I did see the language. Where is the language at? So there's basically some Chinese characters that I saw, and based on that, so right here you can see these characters. So based on that, we're going to be either in Hong Kong or Taiwan. And based on this yellow plate, you get yellow plates a lot more commonly in Hong Kong. So I ended up going for Hong Kong here. I was considering Taiwan, but I went for Hong Kong. Was correct. Nice. Pretty excited about that one. Alright, on the next one, this one, with these poles here with the holes in them like this, you're gonna be in Portugal. They're similar to the Brazilian poles. So yeah, I just went for Lisbon there. I was pretty close on that guess. I got like almost a 5K on that. But this one, let's see, this one should be Ghana with the car here as well, with this African looking landscape. So yeah, black tape on the car equals Ghana right there. Alright, so on the next one, this round. Okay, so this round I was not sure. I ended up spending like 5 minutes, I believe, on this round, because this was basically a 50-50 for me between the Slovenia and Croatia. They both have similar landscapes. They both have these signs, so I spent a bunch of time here just going through towns on the sides of both of the countries, and I ended up going for Slovenia because I found this town, I believe. So that was pretty nice. Alright, so skipping through that one. This one should be, let's see here, Sri Lanka maybe. We're driving the left. It looks like we have Sri Lankan language right there on the sign there. Yeah, very tropical. Yeah, there's the example of the Sri Lankan language over there on the left. It's a very distinct language to tell. This one's just Mombasa in Kenya, with the Google car. So it's very white soil you get in that sort of area. Alright, this one is a Brazilian pole. It has the ladders and the holes at the top. So we're just gonna be in Brazil somewhere there. Alright, this one, let's see, driving on the left. So based on this landscape, we're gonna be in Lesotho with these very dry hills. You get this sometimes in South Africa, but mainly Lesotho. And I think we're just gonna be in the capital Maseru there, because it's very built up. And Lesotho is not, it has basically this one city, and most of it is just very rural. So it's definitely in the city here. Alright, we're on 54 now, so on to the next one. Let's see. This one should be, these are Mexican signs. It also says Puebla, which is a city, I believe. I think I clicked on it. And a state as well. It actually is a state. Okay. This one should be the US. Let's see. So the US has these bollards that are a little bit different. I don't believe Canada has these bollards on the side of the road, and I think these are the Oregon ones. Yeah, those are in Oregon. I'm not the best at US bollards, but I'm getting better. All right, but this one, let's see. So this one, you see this yellow on the crossing sign. You only get that in Iceland, as well with these just very northern landscape. You're pretty much only going to get that in Iceland out of all the European countries. This one's Gen 2 Africa. Gen 2 Africa is South Africa always. So pretty easy plonk right there. Alright, next one should be Indonesia. Let's see here. We should have an Indonesian plate there. It's a plate with 3 white stripes in it compared to the 2 in Malaysia. So yep. You also see a lot of cigarette kind of advertisements on the side of the road, like I just saw there, which is very common in Indonesia. Alright, this one, let's see, is this Romania? I think this was Romania because of these signs here. These are the Romanian styled signs. They're pretty similar to the Czechia ones, but they have a little bit different font, I believe. So, and yeah, as well with the landscape would make sense as well. Alright, this one should be Taiwan, I think. We have like the yellow and white striped at the bottom of a pole that goes all the way to the bottom, so we're gonna be in Taiwan. This one looks like the US, I believe. Yeah, should just be somewhere southern maybe. It's actually in Ohio. Okay. Alright, this one, ooh, I remember this was a tough round. So I was between Italy, Spain, and France here. What made me end up going France here was that these road lines in the middle are a little bit more long than you'd see in Italy or Spain. I feel like in Spain you would just get like a full line or like short dashes. So if you're in between, I feel like it's more common in France to get these long dash lines. So yeah, that's what made me go France on that one. This one, whenever you see a black sticker on a pole here like this, you're always going to be in peninsular Malaysia. So this peninsula on Malaysia, peninsula Malaysia, there you go. Alright, this one should be Turkey. Let's see here. You get these kind of poles here in Turkey, like this one right here. I think there's more to the side here, but like these kind of, they have like X's in them, like crosses. There's a bunch of those in Turkey. You can see more in the background here. They're kind of like brown. So those are very common in Turkey as well. This landscape, I don't think you really see this landscape in other European countries. The architecture would make sense too as well. So yeah, next one. This one is Ghana because of the Google tape, or I'm sorry, the black tape on the side of the car. All right, next one. We have a Canadian flag there. So I think I just send Canada here. All right, nice. All right, this one should be Canada again, I would say. You get these kind of rocks on the side of the road, and I think I could barely make out that it said maximum on there. And this kind of looks like a French name on this sign here as well. So based on those two bits of info, and as well as it looking very northern, it's definitely most likely to be Canada here. All right, next one. I was a little bit confused on this one. Looks like we have some kind of English here. Driving on the left, so you should just be in South Africa. I think I took some time on this one because I was a little bit confused because of how orange the soil was. Usually it's not that orange in South Africa, so pretty interesting around there. All right, we're on a 69 streak. All right, this one should be Sweden with the small dashed outer lines. You're gonna be in Sweden compared to the longer ones in Norway. All right, this one should be Senegal. We have rifts in the sky. We have the Google car here with the bars as well with these poles there. So yeah, we're just gonna be in Senegal there. All right, this one, this should just be Spain. You get these dashed lines on the outside in Spain a lot compared with as well. The landscape would definitely make sense for Spain. All right, this one's gonna be Australia. We have a double white line, very common as well with the landscape. Definitely, yeah, this is definitely the Northern Territories. All right, this one, I think this is gonna be South Africa. You have a lot of wooden poles, big fields, and yeah, generation 2 on that as well. All right, next one. Ooh, this is a tough one. I was really confused on this one because I was thinking Brazil here, but the poles here are not Brazilian. They are just completely round, which really threw me off. So I ended up going Colombia at first, but I was like, nah, it just looks like Brazil. So I did end up going for Brazil, which was correct. And I was actually a pretty close guess there. So that was pretty nice. All right, this one's going to be Japan. We have the low cam here. So with this car here, a very Japanese car. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, yellow plate as well would make sense for Japan. Alright, this one should be Brazil. We have a Brazilian pole here. Sometimes you get it painted white at the bottom, like you see there. Some Portuguese there. Another Brazilian pole there. So yeah. Alright, next one. This should be, I'm not sure. Should be Chile with this Google car here. Very dry. Sense of how dry it is, we should be in northern Chile there. Alright. This one's gonna be Australia. We have a black giveaway sign. The text is black, so we're not gonna be New Zealand. New Zealand has a red giveaway sign as with the text. It's probably in Western Australia. Never mind, we're northern. Alright. Next one. Let's see. Alright, this one a little bit tricky. We have like a bike here. You get those a lot in the Philippines. It was pretty tropical. Looks like we're driving the right here based on where this guy is on the road. But I definitely had some doubt when I clicked on this round. So pretty happy to get that one. Alright, this one. I mean, it literally says Ireland right here, .ie. So yeah, driving on the left. White back plates. So easy Ireland there. Our next one, this should just be Spain. I mean, this is very Spanish architecture. Very Spanish around here, I'd say. Just overall the landscape as well. Alright, so next one. Probably gonna be, let's see here, actually. I think this is Sri Lanka, actually. Driving on the left, we have some yellow plates, which you see in Sri Lanka. There is a lot of English here, which was kind of throwing me off here. But I believe I did see some Sri Lankan language when I ended up looking around a little bit more. Let's see. Oh yeah, right here on this truck here, this is the Sri Lankan language. So as soon as I saw that, I knew it was going to be Sri Lanka. Alright, this one, this should be Peru, with the black Google car there. Looking around, this is a Peruvian bollard. Big mountains in Peru, you get that a lot. It's pretty much the entire country is just massive mountains. So yeah. Alright, this one, we have the low camera. So with these mountains here, definitely Switzerland here. Alright. On to the next round, we got, this is the, you get these signs a lot in North Macedonia. It's kind of like the North Macedonia flag. It's very similar, same colors. So yeah, whenever you see that, you're going to be in North Macedonia. Alright, this one, looks like we have a lot of yellow plates here. Looks like we have some Spanish as well on these signs. Right here we got some Spanish. So yellow plates with Spanish is pretty much always going to be in Colombia. Just making sure here I wasn't getting baited by anything here. So yeah. Alright, next up, looks like we're driving the right there. Actually, no, we're driving the left. So yeah, we should just be in South Africa here. You have a lot of wooden poles, a lot of fields. White Google car as well is pretty common in South Africa. Alright, this one should be Australia. So it should be pretty southern here. With this road line, you get that a lot in Australia. The double white, which sometimes has like these gaps in it. So yeah, that's pretty common in Australia. Alright, we're actually on an 89 streak here, so getting pretty far in here. Alright, this one's just Bangladesh here. We have a Bangladesh flag, Bangladesh language, Bangladesh Google car, all of it right here. Alright, this one, we have the Kyrgyzstan Google car, and we have a a red strip on the plate here, which puts us in Kyrgyzstan. Alright, next one, should just be Russia. We have a lot of bollards here on the intersection, or we actually have a few bollards here, yeah. As well with the black on the bottom of the sign there, we're going to put us in Russia. All right, this one should be Argentina, I believe. You get this landscape very commonly in like southern parts of Argentina, I'd say. All right, this one we have the Kenya snorkel. Whenever you see that, you're gonna be in Kenya. All right, this one's gonna be Chile. All white lines is something you pretty much only get in Chile, I believe, and Australia and some other countries. But in South America, you're only gonna get these all white lines in Chile. All right, this one, let's see. This one should be Greece. So Greece here, we have a very tall wooden pole. This plate here, no blue strips. Sometimes you get those in Greece. So well with this architecture right here, just the white with the blue, very kind of, everyone knows that about Greece. The architecture is amazing there, like with the white and blue. So yeah, that's very common in Greece. And yeah, everything else looks pretty Greek to me. All right, this one should be Sri Lanka. Right here we have a Sri Lankan pole. Just turning around here, just making sure. Looks like we have some more language there, which will also make it Sri Lanka. So yeah. All right, this one, let's see, should be Romania here. Let's see. So yeah, we have a different style of Romanian pole. It's like a shorter one, or yeah. And you also get white painted at the bottom of trees here, as you can see there. And you also get that on poles as well sometimes. Like as you can see, white painted trees, white painted pole. So yeah. All right, this one should be the UK. We have the yellow plates right here driving the left. Double yellow on the outside of the road. You get that a lot in the UK. We're on a 99 streak here. All right, we're on. This is for the 100 streak here. So this one should be Brazil. We have like somewhat longer plates, and as well just the overall landscape. And we don't really have any Brazilian poles, but I was pretty easy to get Brazil from this. So yeah. Oh yeah, there is one in the background there. So once I saw that, so yeah, that was a pretty easy round. All right, on the next one, should be somewhere in Australia here. We have these greenish poles, as well as this landscape. I think we should be in Western Australia here. Okay, yeah. All right, this one, driving on the left here, we have a yellow plate, English, all gonna point towards the UK here. All right, this one, with this car and as well with this language, we're gonna be in Laos, and you also get yellow plates in Laos as well. So yeah, this is a yellow plate. It looks like similar to the language you'd see in Thailand. Alright, this one should be like France somewhere. We have a blue sticker on this pole here. So whenever you see a blue sticker, you're always in France. So yeah. Saw that blue sticker and went for France. It was on the island there, but that's still a part of France. So yeah. And this one we have Paris, and it says Brazil right there. So just pretty easy Brazilian round here, as well with the longer plates compared to you'd see shorter plates in Mexico and other countries. Another tip for Brazil is the black back of the signs. You get that a lot in Brazil as well. All right, this one should be like Czechia maybe. I'm sorry, this is Croatia. So this architecture is, you see a lot in Croatia with these white houses and orangish roofs. And on this plate here, there's no blue strip. And Croatia's one of the only places where you don't get a blue strip in Europe. So yeah, no blue strip on the left, while all these cars don't have a blue strip. So yeah, that's one of the best ways to recognize Croatia is the lack of blue strips on the plates. All right, this one we have the white painted on the bottom of the trees right there. So usually when you see that, you're gonna be somewhere post-Soviet. We have some Cyrillic here. So based off this, we don't have any blue strip, and we're gonna be in Russia there. Russia's another country that doesn't have blue strips in Europe. This one, Gen 2, driving the left, South Africa always. Next one, let's see here. We have a yellow plate on the back here. As well with this overall landscape, it's very similar to the UK. And with the yellow plates, you're not going to be in Ireland because you'd get both white plates in Ireland. So yeah, that's gonna guarantee you to be in the UK if you see the yellow plate on the back. It was actually very close to Ireland. I was on the border in Northern Ireland, so I did get really scared there. So yeah, this one should be South Korea. We have some Korean language over here. This kind of hilly landscape, very common in South Korea. All right, this one should just be France, I believe. You have this kind of older architecture, definitely looks French. This pole is very French with the kind of holes in it, as well with the French language on the sign here. And I think I saw like a blue sticker. It's a little bit faded out there, but pretty sure I can make it out there. But it wouldn't really be Belgium here because I don't feel like you'd get this kind of older architecture. As well with this landscape, it's definitely a lot more modern in Belgium compared to this kind of older style in France as well. So definitely look more French to me than Belgium. Alright, this one should just be Australia somewhere. Looks like we're driving on the left with these kind of palm trees. Definitely very common in Australia. Alright, this one we have WEG at the end of the sign. Gonna be, you find that in the Netherlands. So pretty much instant send Netherlands here. Alright, this one's gonna be Iceland. This very distinct landscape, very northern. As well, the yellow bollards are only found in Iceland. Alright, this one, this is a landscape. It's really good to know. This is the Lesotho kind of dry hills you see a lot. So whenever you see this exact landscape here, it's always going to be Lesotho. This one should be Australia again. We have the same green pole. They have the greenish tinted poles. Driving on the left. So yeah. Okay, this one should be Hong Kong or Taiwan, I believe. Looks like we're driving on the right here. So Hong Kong drives on the left and Taiwan drives on the right. So we're going to be in Taiwan here compared to Hong Kong. Alright, next one. Just looks like a Brazilian round here. We have a Brazilian pole here. You get these dashed lines a lot, and the really orange soil is very common in Brazil. This one should be Chile. We have these big snow-capped mountains in the back. We have a Chilean pole here. It's like the Brazilian pole, but it doesn't have ladders in it. It's just a gap. It doesn't have the ladders like the Brazilian pole. It's just a gap with holes at the top. So yeah. Alright, this one should be Russia. Looks like pretty eastern somewhere. It's kind of a weird landscape. You also get these bollards at the intersections and black bottoms on the signs. This one should be the US, I believe. Have those green road signs, which you got a lot in the US, and with those, you pretty much are only going to be in US or Canada, and there's a lot of palm trees, so we kind of have to be in the US there. This one we have a low camera. So with these yellow dash lines here, you get a lot in Switzerland. Big mountains as well, very common in Switzerland. Alright, this one you have a stop sign. We have the green signs again, so we're going to be in US or Canada. I would say this definitely looks a lot more southern, and yeah, we do have a US flag here. Alright, this one, this should just be Spain, I believe. This is a Spanish type of sign. It's pretty similar to the Portuguese one, but a little bit different. As well as this pole here, definitely looks very Spanish. As well as the architecture, landscape, but all fit for Spain. Yeah, this is a good example of a Spanish pole here. It's like a Brazilian ladder pole, but it has more ladders than compared to like the 4 you'd get on the Brazilian one. You get more like 10 on this one. Alright, this one should be Ecuador. We have this big concrete road. These bollards right here, the white, red, and white, red kind of design here, you only get in Ecuador. So yeah, also says Ecuador on that gas station right there. So there you go. Alright, this one should just be the US here. Very North American architecture. Kind of looks like the north like New England area of the US, I'd say. There is a US flag right there. So yeah, pretty confident about that. Alright, this one, whenever you get this bollard here with the black back and the black top, you're 100% going to be in Austria. So yeah, there's all the Austrian signs there. Alright, next one. Looks like we have some sort of Slavic language on there. And this one is a little bit tricky of a round. Pretty much a toss-up between Czechia and Slovakia. We have these really thick circular poles you get a lot in Czechoslovakia. As well as the architecture would make sense for both countries. So I had to decide which one to go for. Because of how like the rolling hills, and it looked pretty, I would say like Czechia's like more built up compared to Slovakia. Slovakia is a little bit more agricultural, so I would definitely go for Czechia here rather than Slovakia because of the landscape and the architecture as well. So I ended up going for Czechia, and it was correct. Pretty tough round there though. I could have gotten that wrong very easily. This one should be Chile here. Let's see. Kind of a weird landscape. Kind of looks like Australia in a way with these trees, but I'm pretty sure there's a Chilean pole right here as well as some in the background. And overall, Chile is the only country you'd really see this landscape in South America. So yeah, a little bit of a tricky round, but end up getting it because the poles helped me out too. Alright, next one. We have a French sign here, and as well with the blue sticker on the pole, immediately gonna put us in France. So yep. Alright, next one should just be New Zealand here. With these kind of road here, as well with the yellow dashes on the outside, you only get that in New Zealand compared to Australia. Sometimes you get green signs in New Zealand, a little bit rarer as well. Usually you get blue ones, so it's pretty interesting, but yeah. Alright, this one should be Japan, I believe. This kind of architecture, very common in Japan, as well as the low camera. Very easy Japan there. This one should be Puerto Rico, I believe. We have this antenna here on the side of the car. Whenever you see that, you're going to be in one of the U.S. territories, I believe, like Guam or Puerto Rico. As well, this landscape would definitely make sense for Puerto Rico. Okay, this one we have a mosque here, so immediately thinking somewhere like a Turkey or something. Let's see, this language here definitely looks Turkish here. The architecture too. So yeah, pretty easy Turkey here. Alright, next one. We just have Korean language here, as well as the striped pole that doesn't, the stripes don't go all the way to the bottom. If they go to the bottom, then you should be in Taiwan rather than South Korea. This one, you have the Ghana Google car. So yeah, we have the black tape on the roof rack on the top right. So yeah. Alright, this one, ooh, looks like Romania here. Kind of a little bit of a dry landscape, as well as this pole here, a Romanian pole. Let's see. This architecture looks pretty Romanian. Yeah. Alright, this one should be Spain. Looks very dry. You really would get this kind of drier landscape in Spain or Portugal. Looks like we have some Spanish here as well. And then on Portugal, you'd get yellow on the right side of the plate. And since we didn't have any of this, I knew it was just going to be Spain. Alright, this one, a little bit of a tricky round. Looking in the sky, we have some sort of rifts here. So we're going to be in Albania or Montenegro, and based on this road quality, I definitely went for Montenegro because you get a lot more higher quality roads in Montenegro compared to Albania. Alright, so this one, I think this one was Mexico. We have these are Mexican styled signs, as well as these names are very Mexican, like Zuquiltan. You see a lot of places in Mexico kind of names similar to that. This landscape was really throwing me off a little bit because it kind of looked like Brazil in a way. So I took a little bit of time here just to make sure. But we do have some cacti on the side of the road there, which definitely makes sense for Mexico as well. Right here, you have these cacti. You see that a lot in Mexico as well. Compared to Brazil, you don't get it as much. So yeah, that helped me narrow it down to just being Mexico instead of Brazil. This one should be the Dominican Republic. With this Google car with the white in the front and the bars with the black strips in the center, you're going to be in the Dominican Republic always. Alright, All right, this one, I think this one was France. This one I was taking my time on because I didn't want to mess up on a round like this, but honestly there wasn't that many clues kind of in the open here. But it did say on that science there, it said something drive.fr. I could barely make out as well. This language looked very French here. I was just trying to make sure it wasn't Belgium, but based on like this overall like landscape, it definitely looked more French to me. So yeah. All right, this one should be Colombia, I believe. Let's see. So you have these kind of fences you get a lot in Colombia, as well with the sign here. It's kind of a cross on the back of a sign, and as well in Brazil, you would get black back of the sign there. So I knew it was gonna be Colombia based on this landscape. It could only really be these two countries with that landscape, and I do see a yellow plate on that motorcycle on the side of the road. So once I saw that, I was pretty much guaranteed to be Colombia here. So yeah, right here I see this yellow plate right there. So yeah, I knew it was Colombia right there. All right, this one a little bit weird, but it should just be South Africa. You have like fields in South Africa, and then you have like random patches of trees a lot. That's a very common thing in South Africa. So yeah, that's a pretty good tip for South Africa. So we're driving on the left there. This one should be Mongolia. This is the Google car you find in Mongolia, as well with the Cyrillic here, very common of Mongolia. This one should be Chile. Chile is the only country in South America where you get only yellow lines. So you have to be in Chile when you do this. So yeah. Oh yeah, and I almost 5K'd that, which is pretty crazy. Pretty good guess there. All right, this one should be Spain here. Just very Spanish architecture. We have Spanish on the sign here. So yeah, it just should be Spain here. All right, next one. Let's see here. I think this is Ukraine. Yeah, cool. So, this one, as you can see here, there's kind of like a blue and yellow stripe on the left of the plate, and that is a plate you find only in Ukraine. It just has a Ukrainian flag on it, so that's a good tip. This one a little bit tricky. This landscape, you see a lot in Brazil, I would say. As well as this orange soil, you get a lot more in Brazil compared to other countries in South America. I was a little bit confused because it could be Mexico. There's some parts of Mexico where you get these very orange soil, but it's a lot more common in Brazil, so I ended up going for Brazil here. All right, next one. This should be like Mexico or something. Let me see. All right, this one. Yeah, okay. We have short plates here, as well with the hexagonal shaped poles here. So combined with those two, you pretty much have to be in Mexico. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. All right, this one. We have a lot of bollards at the intersection here. This kind of just grassy landscape. So yeah, whenever you see a bunch of bollards at an intersection like this, you're pretty much guaranteed to be in Russia. I've never seen another country do that other than Russia. All right, this one should be Israel. We have yellow plate driving on the right, as well with you can barely see that there's Hebrew on the sign there, and Hebrew is only found in Israel. All right, this one should be Philippines. This concrete road with this kind of orangish line. Pretty much guaranteed to be in the Philippines whenever you see that. This one should be Italy. Just immediately looked like very Italian architecture, as well as this short front plate. That's the Italian plate you get in the front on cars that are in Italy. All right, this one, let's see. This one should be Brazil, I believe. Let's see. So we're driving on the right. Kind of a big highway. I'm not sure why we don't have yellow lines here, but we do have this Brazilian pole here. So yeah. All right, this one. Oh, this was a U.S. Canada round, I believe. and a little bit tricky. So let's see here. So I think the difference between this one was this sign here. It said 20, and in the US they use miles per hour and Canada use kilometers per hour, and I feel like it makes more sense if this was 20 miles per hour on this turn rather than 20 kilometers, because that's very slow in kilometers. So it definitely made a lot more sense for this to be US as well. With the landscape, it definitely looked like more western, and I didn't really think it was that northern. And you see a lot of different trees here. So yeah, that made me go for the US rather than Canada on this one. All right, this one should be Indonesia. We have the black plate with the 3 white stripes in it. Whenever you see this plate here, you're going to be in Indonesia rather than Malaysia. In Malaysia, you'd get 2 white stripes on it. All right, this one's a little bit tricky around, I believe, but immediately the architecture just looked Hungarian to me. Hungarian has, just like in general, Hungary has like a very distinct architecture feel to it. However, I didn't really see any Hungarian poles, but the thing that made me go for Hungary here was this sign here. Definitely looks more Hungarian than Czechoslovakia language, so I had to go for Hungary here despite the lack of Hungarian poles. So yeah, and it actually was on the Slovakian border, which would definitely make sense because you will see a lack of Hungarian poles, and it kind of mixes in between country borders like that a lot. All right, so this one, just a black screen here, so I'll skip this round. All right, on to the next one. Driving the left here with a yellow road line, as well as this language, going to be in Thailand here. Here's an example of the Thai language on that sign there. All right, this one should be Brazil. We have this very orange soil, yellow road line. Whenever you see that, you're pretty much guaranteed to be in Brazil. All right, this one is South Korea. We have the stripes that they don't go all the way down to the pole. So whenever you see that, you're in South Korea. Here's a great example of what it looks like on the bottom of the pole right there. So yeah. All right, this one, some language here as well with the yellow plates here with the Spanish. We're going to be in Colombia here. Colombia is the only country in South America that uses the yellow plates. All right, this one's gonna be Australia. We have an Australian bollard right here. It's white with a little bit of red on the front, as well with the car drive on the left here. All right, this one should be Brazil, I believe. Let's see. So very tropical, yellow road line, and you do kind of see this sort of orangish soil here. I couldn't really get any language here or any license plates. They're just kind of in like bad spots, so I definitely took my time here making sure I got the right country. I didn't want to get it mixed up with Mexico or anything. All right, this one should just be Eswatini. This is a very classic Eswatini landscape. It's very hilly, very dry, and with the yellow on the outside of the road lines, you're going to be in southern Africa. All right, this round, this is the round we're at end of my streak. So yeah, so this round, pretty tricky. I think I ended up going for Peru, I believe, but it ended up being Chile. Pretty tough round. I didn't have any car to go off of, and as well, this kind of landscape you get very commonly in Argentina, Chile, Bolivia, and Peru. So it was really hard to tell which country I was in because I just had to go off the landscape, and I think it would look more Peruvian, I believe, but it just ended up being Chile. Actually, I went for Bolivia, which makes a lot of sense, but looking back at it, I guess is how it is. It's just Chile here. So yeah.